There's going to come a point in your journey when the people around you see you as crazy. Not just you, but what you believe in, the things that you are doing, what you are aspiring towards, what you see or claim to see, which they do not see. When you are somebody who is considered a quote unquote dreamer, you are going to be seen as insane until that dream starts to manifest into real life, until the people around you start to see the quote unquote physical evidence. And I promise you this, so long as you need the people around you to see what you see, so long as you need their validation in order to continue to aspire towards what it is that you envision for your own life, you will be stagnant. And this is coming directly from the source. I'm not talking to you from a soapbox or any type of box. I'm talking to you direct. This is me. This has been the experience that I've gone through so far in my life. I've realized that when I was waiting for other people to see my vision or to get my vision or to understand my dreams and to see the things in which I wanted to bring into reality, when I was in that space, I was not moving. I was stagnant. And it wasn't because of the people around me. It was because I was continuously waiting for them to give me some sort of validation. So instead of just writing the book, I would talk about the book. I would tell them about this book that I'm going to write or the multitude of books I was going to write, as opposed to just settling down and creating the thing that they may have thought was crazy. They may have thought to themselves, I don't know what this dude did. He done left his corporate job. You know, he had a good paying job. This brother had a good paying job. Had his own spot. Now he living back with his mama and his daddy. He done lost his mind. What on earth is he doing? They will not understand the vision that has been given to you because it is not for them to understand. It's not for them to see. As a matter of fact, they may actually be the last ones to see your vision. The people within your own homestead, your own household, the people that you call family, right? Your closest friends thus far, right? They're going to be individuals who are introduced into your life who are going to be a part of that vision, that greater purpose of your life. But up until that point, you're going to have people around you who simply don't get it. And that's okay. As a matter of fact, I almost think it's like built in and baked into the journey at some point. I almost feel like it's a part of creating and cultivating this self-belief. Because if everybody around you was just cheering you on, you probably wouldn't do a damn thing. You would get enough validation from everything they were telling you about the things that you had not done yet. They will be telling me, oh my gosh, my son is about to write a book, y'all. Can you believe my son is writing a book? My son is not, he ain't even wrote it yet. He's thinking about writing a book. Oh my son is going to be speaking on stage. As a matter of fact, he's about to record his first video. Imagine if that was the feedback loop that I got from my own immediate environment. I probably wouldn't have done a damn thing. I would have been so full of glee in that moment, so filled with external validation that I would have just kicked back and chilled and not done any damn thing. Inspiration would hit. I'd think to myself, nah, ain't nothing got to be done. I'm already, look, hey, we're popping already. We're popping already. We're here already. We have arrived. But no, that's not what happened. When I talked about the things I was doing, sometimes I was ignored. Oh, okay. Anyway, let's talk about the real things. Oh, so when are you getting a job? Or, what are you doing right now? What's your sources of income right now? And I'm over here stuttering over my words. Well, technically, I just left the marketing space, and as opposed to claiming what I am and standing in the truth of what I have, which is the gift that I have, which is going to bring me the abundance that I was, rightfully endowed to, just as everybody else is. As a child of God, you have a birthright of your own inheritance, which is a multitude of things, including financial abundance. But me, I needed these senses of validity for my dream in order for me to see it, when in truth, it was only for me to see the vision, for me to fall in love with that vision, for me to be so given over to my dreams, my deepest desires, my deepest passions and yearnings. I had to write the book. I have to film this piece of content. It's so deeply ingrained in me. And I can actually say, honestly, at this point in my journey, that I frankly don't give a damn what you think about what I'm doing. I'll be very, very honest with you. I love you so much that I'm always going to tell you the truth, right? And I tell that truth and I speak the truth continuously, persistently throughout my writings, throughout my speaking, throughout my teaching, my coaching, etc. Right? However, I now do it for a very different reason. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't do it for the money. I don't do it for this, that, and the third. Oh, I have expectation of all of that. But the main reason why I do it is because it brings me so much joy to express myself in the most real and authentic way possible. That's why I do it. That's why at this point in my journey, I don't need anybody's validation. Even the people who are my power circle, the ones around me, I'm filled with, look, I have so much love and support around me. It's ridiculous. But also it's because I've been in this journey. I've been, you know what I mean? I done devoted myself to this. I used to be surrounded by people who all of them just could not see, or they wanted to, but they did not have the capacity because they in themselves were kind of running from their own purpose. Not kind of, they were completely sprinting from their calling in life. But I'm now at a point where I have people around me who love me dearly, unconditionally, as well as they see my vision, they see my gift, and they see who I am becoming. And they pour fuel into that fire. However, even with that, I still do not have the need for it. And there's a huge distinction between the two, right? When you have a desire for something, as opposed to a need for something. And when I say desire, I don't mean this feeling of deprivation of lack that we've become accustomed to. What I'm talking about is, ooh, that sounds dope. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I mean, my goodness, right? That type of vibe, as opposed to, I don't know what I would do without it. If I didn't have it, I don't know where I'd be, right? It's the difference between, man, this is a beautiful relationship. I love being a part of this relationship, but whatever happens, happens. As opposed to, if you left me, I don't know what I'd do to myself. That's the difference between desire and need, right? And I live in a state now where it's like I have a desire. I love, getting the support and getting the feedback. I love that from y'all. But I don't need it in order for me to pursue my passion. I would be writing all day anyway. I'll be recording content all day anyway. I'll be talking to myself as I was before. Just because I'm talking to more and more people doesn't mean my gift means more. You understand me? And I want you to start seeing your own gift the same way. Just because nobody is looking, nobody's watching, doesn't mean it's not important. There was a time where nobody was really watching Michael Jordan, right? Until he hit the game winner at North Carolina, nobody was really paying attention. And even then, they started to pay attention, but they didn't see what, one individual, two individuals at Nike saw. Shout out to the movie Air. That's the only reason I know that story. But it wasn't like Michael Jordan was the number one draft pick. He was number 3, I guess. He's still up there, but he wasn't like everybody's go-to. This is going to be the greatest player of all time. Everybody's eyes are on him. It's only when he started to show that in the public spotlight was he then seen as the GOAT, right? But he'd always been the GOAT. He'd always been the greatest of all time. He always had that hunger and that mentality in him. And so you are the same way. You got that Michael Jordan. You are you, right? As my homegirl Amanda Sugla says, no, T, you're not the next Oprah. You're not the next Tony Robbins. You are the next you. That's who you are. And so I extend that over to you to say, you where you are gifted beyond belief in a space that you're probably undermining and undervaluing at this very moment in time. Start to put a new evaluation. I call it the self-reappraisal, right? It's like an appraisal you would do on a house, you're going to do on yourself. Start to reevaluate yourself. Start to see yourself from a different lens and a different light. And I promise you things are going to change. I promise you your life is going to start to turn a corner. You're going to start to see, ironically enough, this is the way the universe works. When you don't need it, you get it, right? When you need it, you're deprived of it. I need it. Oh, it stays away. That's how energy works, right? You have to become a resonance, or you have to have the resonant energy of the thing that you desire. You attract to yourself what you believe for yourself, or who you believe you are, how you view yourself, not the things that you want or need, right? Otherwise, everybody's prayers would be answered. Everybody's begging would be answered. But that's not how it works. The universe is not like your mama who's going to give into your temper tantrums. It's only going to give you what you resonate with. And when you start to believe in your dream, you feel a different kind of power behind it. When you really start to believe in what you got in you, oh man, the gloves come off and you become Pacquiao. You start to knock out. For real, for real. So I just want you to fall back in love with your dream, just like I've fallen back in love with mine, to the point where I finally wrote and published my first book, Doing Me Guilt-Free. Make sure to get yourself a copy immediately. Click the link in the description below to get yours. Now, you're going to get the paperback version, right? The one that you can put in a bag and a purse and this and that. This is my big old manuscript right here. But yours is going to be it's going to be a life investment. It's going to be the type of book that you keep in your life every year in your life. You're probably going to come back to it every single year, if not on a monthly basis, etc. Right? It's written in such a way where you can digest it easily. Each chapter is written with an intended purpose, and it's going to hit home. And the same way that I'm transmuting this energy here, that's what you get in there, right? This is the same vibes here. It's the same vibes here. So make sure to tune in as you tune in, and I'm finna tune out and probably get some tune up or something like that. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Peace.